I don't think we've done a video like this, and my search through our YouTube resulted in no returns, so I'm just assuming that I have not done this video before, but if I have, terribly sorry. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip the Meeple on duty, and today we're going to be talking about common things that will help your game nights run smoothly and easily. So let's jump right into it. Now, most games come with a pretty good setup anymore, but there are some games that all you get is a box and the components, and that's it. And then there's also a lot that expect you just to have a pile on the table, and I don't like that. It doesn't help very well at all, in my opinion, because then things get just pushed around and hard, and I am very OCD in my approach of that sort of thing. The first thing that I'm going to call out is getting yourself a good neoprene mat or a table covering surface of some kind. Now, they do make clips where you could clip a tablecloth on top of a table. I would suggest at least getting Bella Velvet, which is on Braden's table. He has a very nice surface for playing card games or anything, and it looks wonderful. We've been playing on it for... I honestly couldn't tell you because we've been hanging out for 8 years and I didn't think it was that long. I think it's been about 5 years. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's been like 5, possibly 6 years. And it still looks pretty good. Me, on my table right behind me, I have a neoprene covering over my wood surface. And I like that one because it gives a little bit of an indent so like you can pick up cards and stuff like that, and they slide over it pretty easy. Those are both very good. Now, if you're not playing very big games, I would suggest just a normal playing mat like this guy. This is from Dice Throne. Me and Heather each got one. We don't use them for that. I used it as a mat pad, but then Heather bought me for either Christmas or my birthday a Naomi Van Dorn Princess Mononoke print. So it's now in that place. And this guy is now relegated to storage, but a good sized one where all your components and stuff like that can fit on. So these would be used for card games. I would suggest one that covers your entire table. The other way you can go with your playmats, I grabbed the most ridiculous one I had, which is this beast, and this is for Marvel United, and this covers a 3-foot circle, and it barely fits on my table behind me from side to side, and it is entirely too huge, but it houses everything and has a good place for it, so you can see where everything goes. That is, in my opinion, what makes the difference between a good playmat for a game and a bad playmat for a game, is when it actually has places for everything to sit and hold. I'm going to set that off to the side because I don't have room to display it. Playmats do enhance the feel of the game and the layout. There are some card games that I want to get. If I don't have one, I want to get one for, like Splendor. I don't have one, but the one playmat Braden has for Splendor, you can see in our YouTube board game nights, is amazing when it has a place for everything, and it makes it really easy to keep it all square, center, and lined up right. The other one that I really, really love is the one for Century Golem Edition, or Century in general. The Golem Edition is great because once you lay down your cards, there is a place so you know where everything goes. Next up, I would say you're going to want to have little cups. Now, my wife found these. They're very shallow little bamboo cups. It doesn't matter what they are, but you're going to want to have some nice cups for components, because a lot of games will bag up their components and then you have to put them out on the table. any size works. I have 2 different sizes depending on the size of the game. And then I have, typically me and Heather will have one of these. We have Wormwood. She bought me some nice Wormwood ones. So those are the ones we use for our personal player spaces. And then we use these for all the common pool of them, the bank. Again, I keep these because it makes picking them up easier. It makes putting the game away easier. And it makes moving and fiddling with stuff a lot easier. The next thing, this is going to sound silly, but this is an ultra fine tip dry erase marker. Me and Heather play an inordinate amount, I wouldn't say an insane, an inordinate amount of Railroad Ink. It is a fabulous game and one that we enjoy playing, but because I have these huge bear paws, the tiny little pen that they send along hurts my hand by the end of the game because I can't write efficiently or draw efficiently. And these put down some seriously nice lines to play with. Again, these are the ultra fine. We'll have a link down in the description if you want to try and find those for yourself. But they last forever, and if you play a lot of roll and writes, it makes drawing on the boards so much better, in my opinion. Next up, we have dice trays. There are tons of ways to get a dice tray. You can buy a dice tray. You can repurpose a dice tray. You can make a dice tray. This one, both of these were created by Heather. This one is a game, I think it was like a Melissa and Doug box, kids stuff. And she painted it up, made it really nice, and then this is just a felt liner glued down on the inside. Again, nothing hard, nothing challenging. It's just really nice now. And it makes for a much better place, especially when you're rolling dice where everybody needs to see it. It's a common place where they can't get away from you. This one, Heather also made. This is just a couple pieces of leather and some snap claps. So that way, you have your dice tray that fast, and when you're done, it lays flat. Super nice. Heather has the skills to do these. You can find them on Etsy all the time. There's also silicone ones of these. There will be a link down in the description to some types. I'm not going to go into much of them, but these help tremendously when like me and Heather, we'll play Railroad Ink in our bed because we'll be drawing on our little board, and then we need the shared dice tray. So that's when we pull out the big wood one and lay it in between us, and we can both see what was rolled and be comfortable. This one's great for on the table because games take up a lot of space as is. This helps control what space is used for the dice and where we're looking for them. And finally, the one that I can't stress enough, and a lot of board game companies have been learning and putting extras in anyways, and that is plastic baggies. This is not something you're going to play with or have on your table, but this is going to make the difference in between setting up in 5 minutes and setting up in 20 minutes. I think like this bag was maybe $5, and I'm never going to run out of this tiny little bag because they hold player pieces just perfect for most games. So all my player stuff is in one baggie. These next size up, like these are really good components bags. I think this is one of those ones that I didn't think about until I got them. And now that I have them, whenever I unbox a game and put it away, I usually am pulling out plastic bag component bags and sorting them to make the game setup a lot faster. Because again, if you have the ability to get a game to the table and ready to play in less than 5 minutes, you're going to play that game rather than if it takes you half an hour, 40 minutes to get all the little fiddles put in their place. That is all my stuff. I'm going to put those away so I don't lose them. that's all my stuff I find very helpful in playing my games. I know there's other people that do other theories and other things like that. A lot of people have 3D printers that they will print inserts that hold things even better than just the components and the standard issue insert. I have a 3D printer, but it's angry at me, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So what extra accessories do you guys use and keep on your table or keep close by or keep your games in that most people don't think of or don't have, or if you were getting into games, you would suggest getting for people? So leave a comment down in the description with what those things are, and we will see you guys next time. All right. Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.